Hi there, and welcome to session 4 of the Personal Power series. So today we're talking about jealousy, and just like we've explored up until now, there's nothing that's only good or bad, but jealousy is something we definitely relate to. And let's look at what is the power of jealousy, and then how does it block our power also to have the unhealthy types of jealousy. Just like everything, any quality, anything in life, we can choose to align for its purpose for connection and building, or against its purpose for disconnection. And we can choose which world we want to live in. Do we want to live in the world of connection or the world of disconnection? So too with jealousy. It turns out there's 3 categories of jealousy. One is wicked, one is dangerous, and one is good. So let's go through them. What is wicked jealousy? Wicked jealousy is when I want what you have and I don't want you to have it. Right? I want so badly what you have. I don't even think you have a right to it. I want to take it from you. Why should you get all that money? Why should you get that job? It's for me, right? That's called wicked. It's a really wicked type of jealousy when you want to take away from someone else. The next type is not as bad, probably what we all experience, which is dangerous jealousy. Dangerous jealousy, which is what the Torah warns about a lot, that and wicked, is when I want what you have. You can have it. I don't want to take it away from you now, but I should have it too. So that's considered dangerous, and we have to be careful, because what it does is it attunes our focus to focusing on what we don't have, and always looking for someone else and saying, what did they have and why can't I have that? And it means it takes our focus away from what we have and from our own blessings, and we end up going down the wrong direction. And then, of course, there's good jealousy. What is good jealousy? Good jealousy is when I look at someone's character and I say, wow, they're so kind, they're so generous, they're so confident, they're so integrous, they have honesty, they're compassionate. I want to be that way too. I'm jealous of that character. I'm jealous of who they are. I want to build myself. Not that we want to become them. That's a very important point. We don't want to be someone else, because that would also be rejecting you, right? We're admiring their way of being and how they made themselves to be who they are, and that we can too follow that same pathway. It's a really important point. That's a good jealousy. That's in fact why jealousy is in our nature, because it's meant to motivate us. When we use it for good, it motivates us towards building and growth and our true power and our true potential. So in the Talmud, in the Torah, it says it's actually the 10th commandment. So important not to covet, which is not to be jealous, that it's the 10th it's the top 10, like out of the 613, right? So to not covet, because it's so damaging, it's so dangerous, it so moves us away from our power. It says actually in Exodus 20:14 is where the actual commandment comes from. You shall not covet the home of your fellow, nor his spouse, or servants, or animals, or anything that belongs to our fellow person, right? So it's not about people, it's not about things they have. We're not allowed to go in that direction. So why is it such a block? What happens when we're jealous? So it turns out when we're jealous, we're telling a lie to ourselves. What we're really saying is that I'm not enough. My life's not enough. And if I had that life, if I had that thing, if I had that wife, that husband, that person, then I would be something. Then I'd be happy. And it's such a lie, because what do is we when we are born into this life, we enter this lifetime in a set of coordinates of who our family is, what generation, what sex we are, what we're meant to be doing on the planet, what purpose, we're here to do. And when we're jealous and we focus a lot of energy on that jealousy, what we're really doing is we're crawling out of our position in life to say, this is a mistake, I want that life. And what we're doing is we're rejecting who we essentially are by saying that whatever I am is not okay, it's not enough, which is terrible, because then you're not even in the game to achieve your potential, right? Your focus is somewhere else. And it's always a fantasy, by the way, because what happens when you're scrolling through social media and you're looking at all the people curating their lives and it looks so beautiful, you just see one aspect. They look like this, or they have this, and if I just had that, then I'd be happier. And what we do is we just insert one thing or one aspect of their life into our life and think that that's what it would be, rather than they come with a whole package, a whole set of circumstances, a whole set of challenges, a whole set of difficulties and opportunities and pros and cons in their own life. But we don't see that whole picture. We just pick the one thing we're jealous about, and we want that thing. And we think if we just had that one thing in our life, then we'd be happy, right? But it's a fantasy. So the Talmud actually says, it goes even further, and it says that the jealousy and desire, which go together, right? And honor, the seeking for honor and like fame and status and attention, that removes a person from the world, right? In Perke Avos, Ethics of Our Fathers, it says that jealousy, desire, and honor remove a person from the world. So the question is, what world? If they're still in the world, it removes a person from their world. It removes me from what I'm meant to be doing. It removes me from everything I'm here to do and what my purpose is. And so in doing that, it's very, very dangerous. So it's a destructive emotion that misleads us, right? To act also in despicable ways. It can lead to really terrible things when people get driven by jealousy. And if envy is the motivating point of all that, so that also needs to be uprooted. Okay, so what's the antidote? The antidote is to bring our attention back into focusing on the fact that I'm here for a reason, and everything I have is because I need it, and if I do not have it, I do not need it. It's such an aha moment, right? If I don't have it in my life, it's because I don't need it, right? What does a doctor need an egg beater for? They're not a chef, right? What does a chef need a stethoscope for? If they don't need it, it's not part of their purpose, if that's what their purpose is. So we see that we have inborn talents, we have inborn life circumstances, we don't control any of them, and we have physical possessions with which to fulfill our role. And if there's something we lack, we really don't need it, and vice versa. It would be unnecessary or even counterproductive to achieving our unique potential. So this is the perspective that we can stay focused on, and what we do have, noticing what we do have and noticing that I have everything I need, and if I don't have it, I don't need it. And this perspective will help us to stay present in our own lives rather than remove ourselves literally from our world and go into someone else's life. It's a very powerful position to be in. So again, don't scroll through other people's lives, right? Literally scroll. Appreciate what you have and admire others. Who do you admire and why, right? Like as in the character traits, because that's the healthy jealousy. That's the direction I can go in, is admiring others for who they are, not what they have. So let's do a little meditation to practice this. Get comfortable. Find a place to sit. Turn your phone off or turn your phone on Do Not Disturb. And just allowing ourselves to be present, relaxed, coming into the moment. Taking a deep breath in our belly and just letting ourselves go internal. You'll notice that there becomes like a pathway the more I do this. The more we close our eyes and go internal, it's like the body goes, oh, okay, we're going there again. And it creates a pathway right down into a deeper place quite quickly when we close our eyes, take a deep breath, and allow ourselves to be present. So just allowing ourselves to be present and just noticing what state we're in, what we're thinking about. Just letting ourselves arrive, knowing there's nowhere we need to be right now. For the next few minutes, just bringing our attention to this present moment with ourselves. And just again having a wave of relaxation moving down your top of your head and your scalp, behind your face, jaw, letting everything relax if it would like to. Neck and shoulders. And with each breath, just noticing how easy it is to relax easily and effortlessly. Moving down your arms, all the way into your fingers. Down your chest and your sternum and your diaphragm, your stomach, moving like a wave all the way down your body into your hips. Allowing everything just to release and let go. Also in your back and your spine, moving down your shoulder blades, kidneys, lower back, all the way down into your hips. Down into your legs, continue the wave, moving down your knees and your calves and all the way down into your feet, into the tips of your toes. Just noticing how easy it is to just drift deeper and deeper, easily and effortlessly, into a place that's very still and calm. And it's in this place I would like you to focus on someone that you have an unhealthy jealousy for. Could be someone you know, or could be someone you see online, could be a celebrity. And I just want you to actually focus on that right now. focus on what they have, how perfect they are in your mind at least, because we know it's a fantasy, but just focusing on how you view them with this jealous eye. Whether it's their looks, their power, their status, their money, their fame, what they have, their job, their accomplishments, the unhealthy jealousy, focusing, pick one person. And really focus on how perfect they are and how awesome their life is and how amazing. And if you only had that, your life would be so much better. I just want you to notice as you're focusing on that, what do you feel inside? Really focus on them and just notice what you feel when you focus on them. What are your thoughts? What are you telling yourself? Get to know this part of you really well. Happens even subconsciously when we're just scrolling through social media. What am I thinking about? Wow, look at them. They have it all together. They're so great. He's so great. She's so great. Oh my gosh, she's perfect. She's gorgeous. Everyone loves her, loves him. So successful. How does that make me feel? Just tune into yourself for a minute. How does it make you feel? Where do you feel it in your body? What are the sensations? Often there's some sort of emptiness, darkness, some hole, smallness. Just notice. There's no right or wrong. If you're not sure, take your attention back to looking at that perfect person. Just let that feeling get big. Notice how it feels as you literally remove yourself from your world. Move into the world of disconnection. Now I want you to see that person that you're jealous of on a screen, like a big television screen, movie screen. And next to you is a remote control. I want you to pick it up in your hand, in your mind, and just click off and watch it fade away. And I want you to bring your attention now back to yourself, back into your own life. Crawl back in. Notice how you feel. Now I want you to focus on all the things you do have. Start to focus going around your life. What blessings you have in your life right now. Who's in your life? Who's supporting you? What do you have physically? What needs are taken care of? Just focusing on what you do have. What abilities and talents and skills do you also naturally have? Just start to go through all the areas of your life, family, friends, work, personal. Like that you have nice clothes, food on the table, delicious food. We have the luxury of ordering pretty much what we want, day by day, with what we need. Just start to notice what happens when you focus on what you have. Notice what happens internally. The more we focus on the detail of my eyesight, of my hearing, my body works, I have nice clothes, I have good friends. Just notice how you feel. And what you'll notice is that you fill up. start to fill up. You're back home in your own world, feeling full and expansive. Let that feeling magnify, move through you. If you want to connect it to a higher power, say thank you. Have your own moment of prayer. Now's the time. Connection. And when you're ready, bringing this fullness, this feeling of connection back into the room. 5. Feeling your chair underneath you. 4. Taking a deep breath. 3. Hearing the sounds around you. 2. In your own time. 1. Opening your eyes when you're ready. And noticing the feeling of fullness and the feeling of joy that you can get by just focusing on what we have. B'sameach b'chelko. Being happy with our lot in life. And notice the drastic difference when we don't, and when we focus on the jealousy and how that takes us out of our world and we lose our power. See you tomorrow or next week.